again, I'm Yo Senpai, and now for my 3D third-person shooting game from 2017, we go back to 1999. Sorry, to 1996, to the 16-bit era with Super Bomberman 4. So sweet. Okay, so sorry, I was doing some stuff here. And this is Super Bomberman 4. The category is 100% 2 players. This is gonna be a single player mode, but it's just mostly due to a strat. The reason behind of the 2-player modes. Sorry. That it's basically just to avoid an RNG manipulation that you used to do on the 1-player mode. So I'm gonna assume that we're ready to start. So if that's the case, oh, okay, sorry. Okay, why is the game? Okay, for some reason the emulator wasn't detecting my controller. So I guess now we're ready to start. So I'm gonna make the countdown from 3. So chat on screen because I don't know what my chat is. Okay, fine. So let's start from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Game, please. Okay, false alarm. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Okay, let me see what is happening. I don't know why, but the emulator is not detecting my controller. Okay. We're fine, don't worry. Again, another false positive. And now this is the very good attempt. Sorry about this. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go, now the controller wanted to work. Super Bomberman 4 is one of the 5 Super Bomberman games that were released on the Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, this game was a Japanese exclusive title. And well, what I'm gonna try to do here is to get some power-ups. The good thing about this game is that this first stage starts like in the same way all the time, so I shouldn't be so worried about the position of the items and or enemies. And also, as you have seen, I have started the game with 2 players. I'm playing as the white or Shiroi Bomberman, while second player is Kuro / Black Bomberman. And so I'm gonna start with Japanese names because why not? So on this first stage, we'll have these dinosaurs that have these special bombs that can bypass the walls and all that kind of things. And the reason why I activate the second player is due to a strat, because I can, once I get the globe, I can get my partner and I can throw it to this bonus section. On the 1-player mode, you make an RNG manipulation in order to make the rocks bounce and push you up to the bonus section. But in the 2-player mode, you get rid of that, making this more easier. Also, you are not allowed to use the second player. So that's the only limitation I'm gonna be having here. So on the next stages, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna okay, let me see. Okay, I have everything. I'm just gonna catch this additional one up for safeness purposes. So that's the reason why I play the game on a 2-player mode, because with this I just can avoid going for this RNG manipulation, and I can save some time just throwing the second player. But since now I'm not gonna use him, I just can defeat it. Well, I just can kill it, or wait until an enemy kills it. We're gonna be fine. I don't used to kill the Kuro Bomberman here, but I decided to do it for now, because the game acts a bit different when you have 2 players on the screen. Depending of the stage or the items that you're gonna get, So if I'm on one player mode or two player mode, well, if there's one player or two players on the screen, the items are gonna be different. And we started with something really bad. Can I restart my run? Because I got a terrible spawn here with this bomb that is similar to the one with the dinosaurs, and that's okay. Definitely this is something really bad. This is a pretty bad start that is gonna make everything going slower, but hopefully I'm gonna be able to get a detonator in a bit, because the problem with this bomb is that it takes the regular time to explode, and also what does this makes is that I cannot detonate the bomb, so I'm just gonna waste a huge amount of time trying to defeat this thing in the middle, because on these stages I need to destroy this thing if I wanna complete the stage, because if I don't destroy this thing in the middle, you're gonna see every time that I defeat the enemies are gonna appear again. So obviously this gets translated into losing more time, and this is gonna take 8 hits, and I have lost the heart. Nice. Okay, there we go. This is a very bad start, but it's not like I can do something else to try to fix this. I'm gonna try to catch a checkpoint later in the run, but definitely this is a very slow start. And obviously this is gonna make that 1-6 that, again, it's a very easy stage to complete. It's gonna take more time for me to get completed. And this is bad because these fishes can get high on the stage and they don't receive damage during this. And there we go. So the reason why you go to the bonus is because you can get the detonator. But I'm not gonna get any of them until the next world. But what I can do also is that if I die or if I complete a world, I can go back to another stage. So after this, I'm gonna go back to the first world to go again for the bonus, because otherwise this is gonna be so slow. As slow as you can imagine. Here, up to this point, it's supposed that I should have moved to the next world, but I have wasted a huge amount of time. Because in this case, I got a really terrible spawn with this bomb, and obviously also this boss fight is gonna take a hell amount of time, and again the game decided to don't recognize my controller. So I need to hit this guy like 10 times. So I'm gonna try to make that the flames touches the bombs. That's gonna be like something really fast to do, unless I die here. Okay, definitely I'm not liking how this is going, and to put the cherry on the cake, this is the first time that I'm running this game on a marathon, so what a nice luck to run this on a marathon. This is a new speed game for me, because I have learned this was the first game that I have learned this year, and this was because there was a tournament organized by some friends from Brazil, and it has been a long time since I have to say that I wanted to learn a Bomberman game, so I found this as a good excuse to do it. There's a guide for this run made by Augusto Titan. It's a guide in English, so if somebody wants to learn this game, you know where you can go to learn it. Unfortunately, I don't have so much to say here, mostly because I'm trying to get focus into destroy this boss quickly, and there we go. First boss defeated. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the second stage, and I'm gonna look for the globe again, because since I have died, I lost the globe. Because when you die, you lose some stuff. So here I'm just gonna go back to the stage 1-2, and I'm gonna repeat this again. Well, my PB is 25:39 and my estimate is 35 seconds, so fortunately I'm not gonna run out of the estimate. Obviously this is slow, but whatever. So here I can press the start button on the second controller that I have mapped also, but as I've said before, I'm not allowed to control the second character. Sorry, 30 minutes, again, awful English attack. Sorry if I forget sometimes how to speak. I'm not a native English speaker, so I'm trying to do my best. And now here I don't know where does the globe has a spawn, so I need to open all of these things to guess where the city is. Okay, I found it. So now I just activate the second player and I do the same. Okay, definitely I'm not liking how this is going. I thought that maybe there was a little possibility of doing something good on this game to compensate what I have done on Splatoon 2, but looks like that's not the case. And also I have lost the infinite, well, the extended flame. And I don't have the detonator. Now I have it. But I don't have the thing that is gonna help me to walk over the walls, but I got it. So now we're ready to go to the second world. So usually for resetless this is something good, because also since I have learned this game for a tournament, obviously if in the tournament I died or I lose the items but I complete a world, I go back to 1-2 just to green these items. This is the difference on the categories, because as you have seen, when you have the detonator you can save a good amount of time, but again, Udo is alive. But I'm not gonna kill him right now. Or maybe yes. So going on with the history of this game, this game has like 5 worlds or stages. We can consider this as a world because they are very big. So the first world, the one that it was really bad, and please, the ninja die. Thank you. The first world was the Prime Ball era, and now we're on the Edo era, because this game is based on, these first worlds are based on some Japanese eras, because again, Japanese exclusive title. But we're gonna be going further on the time on the next worlds. And the plot of this game, on a way that I can explain this and that probably a lot of people can understand, is that, well, Black and White Bomberman were sleeping on the space and then something bad attacked to them, or well, and they need to be safe. Bagura's brains gave the explosion of his battleship once Superwoman 3 finished, because obviously this game is what it continues to Superwoman 4, so it has sense for me. And when you finish the Superwoman 4, you start with Superwoman 3. Or when you finish Superwoman 3, you finish with Superwoman 4. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm saying. And now with this has summoned the 4 Bomber Kings and the Bomber Break to get the revenge against this White and Black Bomberman. And now the 2 heroes are sent back in the time along with some other Bombermans to face Bagura, which is the last boss of the game. And now we enter to something interesting here, which is gonna be to take these blue enemies that we can use. Well, we can use them once we defeat them. This enemy is called Bagura, and the reason why we wanna catch it is because, as we're gonna see, we can move incredibly faster. So what I'm gonna try to do is that from this point, I'm gonna try to give the Dead Man as much as I can. Yeah, well, the first boss was just a ship, not something interesting to mention, just that I tried to beat it as fast as I was able to do. And also, depending on the enemies, I need to be so careful, because, for example, this one that I have defeated, that enemy can explode the bombs and don't receive damage. Yeah, Bomberman in general is pretty good. And well, each world has 6 regular stages, and then we have this mini boss fight. Well, depending on the mini boss fight is what we need to do, but definitely not getting a very good pattern with these mini bosses. I think that it's 4 times the amount of time that I need to hit this specific boss. Yeah, 4 times. And there we go. Now we're gonna move to the second boss of the game. Well, this is something easy because every time that I start a boss stage, I have some invisibility frames that I'm gonna be abusing for. And well, this boss is easy because I just need to put the bombs, I need to explode them, and then easy peasy. Second boss defeated. Not a big problem. So this is why I prefer that once I completed the first world, I went back and tried to get the items again, because you're gonna really need them. So now, third world, we are now in the modern era, or well, what it was considered something modern back in 1996 for Japanese people. And well, these enemies are not a big deal, but some of them are gonna be riding another enemies that we can use to protect us and also to move around us. For example, these 3 enemies that we're looking down, once we defeat them, we can use them on our favor. I don't know the exact name, but some runners like to call this as kamikaze, because basically you can use it to shoot it like if it was a bullet. But the important thing here is to keep the Daruman, because with this we're gonna be able to move faster. And also I need to explode that kind of bombs because they're not good. If for some reason I should have lost the Daruman on this point, on this next stage I should have activated again the second player to go to the bonus and get that Daruman as a backup. Because for example, this blue enemy here requires 2 hits to get defeated. And that enemy, what that enemy does is that he can shoot some stuff that can make that we can go slow. But the good thing is that if we have the Daruman, it doesn't matter if we get that shoot, we don't get slow. So this is the main reason why you will wanna get the Daruman. And this green enemy just puts more walls, so probably can also take some time to get defeated. But if you have these bombs, that shouldn't be a problem. And also if you have the item that leads to you to override the walls. Now 3-6. If on this point I should have died again, I will use this stage to green items, because what does this enemies does is that they have these hammers that when they hit a bomb, for example here, they're gonna throw the bomb into an object, well, into an item. And I have lost the other one, nice. Okay, it doesn't matter that I have, well, it really matters that I have lost it here, but whatever. Because the third boss, well, it's slow, it doesn't matter, there's not a big problem. I can get another backup enemy on the next world, which is called the Clown. That is gonna be a bit helpful. Now we have this third Greyfag, and the only female character, well, the only female enemy that we have here. So what does this girl does is that sometimes she's gonna shoot some beams, some rays, and it's gonna throw some beams and it's gonna try to defeat to us with that. But again, not a problem, you can detonate your bombs. So now this third boss, the problem is that it's a bit slower, because you need to wait until this enemy gets down on the floor so you can attack it. So what I'm gonna be trying to do is that I'm gonna try to make a double attack Okay, in this case I have failed just to make one hit. And also, two things can happen with this boss. The first thing is that... okay, this is bad. Okay, I have missed here one cycle around here. So two things can happen. It can put some... it can release some clouds and shoot some missiles. The clouds, when get touched by the fire flames or of the bombs, also extends the range of the fire. They also can explode. And the missiles, well, the missiles just fall randomly on the stage. This is something RNG based. Talking about what does this guy is gonna give to us. So personally, I prefer to have this cloud because at least I know where those these are gonna spawn. Okay, this boss fight is being a bit slow. Because with the missiles, there's a big problem because sometimes he can hide. Well, we can be over the positions where the missiles are gonna fall down, so we cannot see correctly the missile where those missiles are gonna fall down. So sometimes we can die thanks to that. But for now, I think that I keep having a heart, an extra heart. But anyway, later on the game, I'm gonna try to catch another one, just in case. Because I think that I haven't received damage yet. But with this, I have completed 3 worlds. This is a very short game, and based on the estimates, so you can make an idea about this. So now, 4th one, and now we're gonna be having this super future era, and now here is where some big problems are gonna start. Okay, I'm pretty happy that I have killed this enemy so quickly. So again, here I'm gonna have so much to say. Well, as you can see with this enemy in the top that looks like a bot, I need to be so careful. Because there are gonna be usually 2 on the screen, and once I defeat one, the other one is gonna take some time to duplicate itself. So obviously what I wanna do is to avoid this thing. So the good thing about having the detonator is that I can I can explode the bombs where I wanna explode them. So with this I can have a better timing in order to avoid these enemies. But you can see these blue or red points on the floor that basically are... oh, okay. I was so close to die. So if any of these guys and any of the enemies get on that points, I cannot kill them. So with that, green enemies, I need to be careful about where they're gonna move and where they're gonna be. Otherwise, I can lose a good amount of time. So with the first enemy that I have defeated, I need to be careful because there's a possibility that this guy takes control of my bombs and I cannot explode it correctly. And also that blue enemy, once it receives an explosion, it's gonna turn into a kind of fire flame and it's gonna move so faster on the stage, so also I need to be careful with that enemy. So here, since I don't have the Dairyman, but I have the globe, I can start to throw bombs inside of the stage. And with this, save a little amount of time. Trying to aim to the enemies, while I wait also until this blue thing comes down. And I just do this, and I can defeat all these enemies, and I can keep going. So now for /6, we're gonna have here these enemies that are the clowns. I don't know if this is the official name, but some runners of the game refers to this as clowns. And also this is where the tricky part begins to defeat these enemies, because this guy requires 2 hits to be defeated. Okay, I don't know, what am I doing? Okay, I have to lose a heart. And... okay, this is not good anyway. Oh my goodness. So now I need to go to the regular way. and since I don't have the detonator here, and I will try to don't die, because at least I'm gonna be able to keep any other thing. So again, slow movement. Oh my goodness. I don't wanna do a mercy kill, and hopefully I'm not gonna need that. But the problem is that when I die, I lose some items. In this case, I still having... What the heck am I? Okay. So here I still having my... Like still having the same amount of bombs and not the same amount of fire range, but I still having something. And also another bad thing is that I cannot kick bombs and have plus also that power up. I cannot I can explode the bombs because again I don't have the detonator. I can't do anything. So this is what is gonna make that everything gets more complicated. So it doesn't matter that I have received damage here. Okay, I wasn't expecting that I was gonna have some bad luck like this. Please go back, go back. Far away, please, 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 thank you. So probably this is not gonna be good for the estimate. No, I have... It's not supposed that I have... Okay. This is gonna be really, really interesting. Okay, let me check really quick because I think that this stage has a detonator. Wait one moment, I'm gonna check really quick the guide. Okay, there's a detonator here, so I'm gonna try to look for it. But, well, this mini-boss, the problem is that he can push the bombs. Okay, at least now I can kick them, that's good. And guess who died? Oh no. Okay, if I can get the detonator, probably I can finish under my estimate. But here it's also supposed that I should have keep the clown. And I'm done. Okay, the detonator is here, so I lost the opportunity of getting a... Okay, this guy is a big troll. Oh my god, no, definitely this is not a very good run, but the show needs to keep going, so we can do it, we can do it. We're not gonna finish under the estimate, there's no doubt about that. Okay, detonator, but I cannot keep the bombs. Are you serious? Well, at least if I die, I can go back again to 1-2, but that's something that I don't wanna do because I will lose all my speed. So I wanna keep my speeds. And it's funny because this guy has make damage to himself. I'm gonna wait for the heart because this thing can give me a heart. I have the heart, I have the detonator. We got this. Okay, the heart protect me. Okay. I can get a heart on the next world also. That's not like something that worth me a lot. But I have missed most of the important items, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm fine with this. So now, I really wanna have the detonator on this stage, but now the problem here is that since I have died, I have lost the golden flame, which it's the very maximum amount of fire level that you can have. And that's something that you need on this boss, that it's a kind of hybrid between a worm and a spider, because it's a worm but also can throw some nets. So the problem with this boss is that it's a bit RNG based, and when it's on this pace, I just can make damage to its head. So each part of its body needs to receive 3 damage 3 times. Except of the head just can receive damage 8 times. But when it's on this pace, I just can make damage to the head. So now I have made no damage to the head because its color has changed. Now the problem is the rest of the body. So I don't think that I'm gonna go for the bonus. Okay, definitely I'm gonna run out of time because I got a very awful start with that bad spawn of the bomb that quit me the detonator. Let me try. Since I don't have the maximum flame, it's a bit complicated to try to get closer to this boss, because as you have seen, it has been getting so close to me and it starts to spawn the net. So that's the problem this boss has, that if it's so close to you, it spawns a lot the net, so it's a very big less RNG moment. When you... Okay, I'm gonna die on purpose and I'm gonna go to the bonus. I cannot compromise anymore this run. I'm just gonna die on purpose here and then I'm gonna start the game again. No, I'm gonna continue the game, but I'm gonna move to the first world. Okay, I'm really sorry. This has never happened to me on any reset run that I have done, but definitely this is my worst reset run that I have got, even to this date. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say about this. But now the problem is that since I have died, I have lost all my speed shoes, so I'm gonna have the regular movement. There's one speed shoes on the bonus, I think. Yeah, let's have to grab the second bomb. Speed shoes. I was so close to die there. And there's a group. But I'm gonna try to get another items. I think there's more bombs here. So probably I'm gonna repeat this stage twice to go to the bonus twice. And I don't know, when I was practicing I got all of this without any big issue. But I wasn't expecting to get that awful spawn. It's so weird that I got that the awful spawn that I got in 1-4 happens. There is a detonator. Have the maximum flame, I can king bombs. Okay, maximum flame, we're fine. So let's go back again to the last world, where we can keep going, well, to 4-8. So this is something good about this game for resetless, that you can go back to 1-2 and go to the bonus again. And also, if I should have kept the Daruman, I shouldn't be worried about the nets, because the net doesn't slow me down here. So with this I can try to defeat this boss a bit biggie here. And also, if this boss got so closer to me, having killed me on the first attempt, I was so lucky, because sometimes the RNG with this boss is so annoying and can troll you a lot, because it's not enough for this boss just to keep spawning the net, but sometimes goes and chase you. So I'm trying to guess where does this boss is gonna move, so I can put the bombs on specific positions to hit some parts of its body. Okay, there's just one section of the body that I haven't hit, so I'm just gonna wait until this base finishes. Please don't make me this. And believe me, this is a very big... well, besides what has been happening during the run, and this is probably the worst boss fight that you can have. You can, as you have seen, you can waste a huge amount of time. Okay, another hit, give me another hit. No! Get there. This is not... There we go. Okay, we're gonna run out of the estimate, but if everything goes fine, we can finish this run, so I guess that's gonna be the important thing here. So now we have unlocked the hyperspace after defeating the super future world. And what we're gonna be having here are some refights. So I'm gonna be trying. Okay, that was bad. It's not supposed that I should have exploded that golden skate. So I'm gonna be trying to catch some items for now. For now, I wanna have the rolling skates. That's gonna be something really helpful with the 5th mini-boss of this world and also on the last boss fight. Yeah, but I personally don't like to run out the estimates. I suppose that on the estimates I consider all this stuff, but looks like I haven't considered this well. I mean, I'm not so worried at all, but I personally, this is the kind of things that I don't like for obvious reasons, because I don't like that any marathon gets boldness in their schedules due to this kind of things, but I'm close to the end, so it shouldn't be so bad at all. This is what I was thinking. Well, now I'm gonna waste more time because I'm gonna try to get these skate rolls. But yeah, probably this is gonna be like a 41 or 42. But definitely this gives me flashbacks about when I have learned this game. Okay, I think that with that I'm fine. The good thing also about the refights is that this mini-bosses has less health, so that's not like something that you should care about a lot about that. So now with this speed I'm fine. So now I can keep going normally. No, this is gonna be a 42. And this is the guy where I need to be a bit worried because this guy can push the bombs. More speed. I don't know if I have a heart. No, I don't have a heart and I have forgot to get it. Okay, this is bad. So safe mode activated again. Because, well, on this mini-boss you don't have it. Okay, I got the heart, but I have lost it. This is bad. So the problem with this guy is that Sometimes he's just gonna enter into invincibility mode, but since I have lost the heart that I was having to keep safe, I decided to play this a bit safely. And now it's time to go again. The last stage, the boss fight. But again, we're gonna have a refight from the previous 4 bosses. The good thing of these refights again is that the bosses has less health, so this shouldn't be a problem. The only problem with this stage is on this first refight are these far frames. Oh well, the point that they have less health is something good. But also you don't have any invincibility, so you need to be careful because you cannot do any damage boosting, because otherwise you're gonna die. And since the cycles of these bosses are mostly the same all the time, that's another positive thing about this. Damn. Save. And again, guess who I'm gonna refight right now? Just put the bomb and get the heck out of there. And I got an extra life, nice! So now, time to face Bagura, which is the main boss, but in its UFO form. But again, detonator, not a big deal. And now, well, that's the Bagura in its mecha form, his mecha form, and now it's time to face the UFO mode, the UFO form, that fortunately both the phases of the Bagura are easier. So the time is gonna finish once I make the last hit to the UFO. Time is gonna happen in a little bit. Also, it doesn't matter if I get touched by the UFO. I'm just gonna lose items. I don't die. That's something good. Time! Okay, for being this my first run in a marathon of Super Bomberman 4, this went terribly bad. Because the problem that I got here is that if you are riding a dinosaur, or if you get the spiny bomb, and you have the detonator, you lose the detonator. Well, with the dinosaur, you lose temporarily the ability of detonate bombs. If you lose the dinosaur, obviously you get it back. But if I get directly the item, I lose the detonator. So that was the first problem, because unfortunately, on a block where I have moved on 1-4, that's spiny bomb spawned. So I was so unlucky there. And definitely that was the thing that put this run into the garbage with the estimate. So that's the reason why I went so out of the estimate. I considered like 10 minutes for another mistakes, but believe me, it's so weird, it's so rare that that awful thing happens. So unfortunately I got a very bad RNG there. That's something really weird that can happen. I think that with this is the third time that this happened to me. Like the second or third time that this happened to me. This is so weird to have, but well. Mistakes were made, but at least I was able to finish the run, so I consider that's an important thing, isn't it? So well, now in the end we have seen that, well, but black and white Bomberman were just having a nightmare. Anything like this happened, really, so they were safe all the time. And well, with this, I conclude with all my Valuethon runs. Personally, I feel a little bit bad with me because I have been in a couple of some Valuethons, but on this I have died unfortunately. Well, I haven't. I went out of my estimate. At least my spotting to it wasn't so bad at all because they were usual mistakes. So 1 minute behind the estimate. It wasn't so bad, but here 5 minutes. Well, this was the first time that I have runs up on 4. But that's a good thing that I have with this is that now I can consider some extra stuff that can happen with me on this game. So besides of that bad moments, I'm pretty happy with what I have done with one of these games. And again, thanks for GGs and shoutouts to the Valuethon staff for giving me the opportunity of running not 1 but 2 games on this marathon. I really wanna work on my estimate for future submissions definitely. But well, on these days we were ahead of time, but now we're gonna be behind. Nice. Well, the fun things doesn't finish here because now, based on the schedule, we're gonna have Armored Core by PMC Trilogy. So keep tuning because unfortunately this is the last day of the marathon, but we're still having a lot of amazing runs to keep watching here. So keep tuning the marathon, and I was Go Senpai. If somebody wanna follow me, well, my Twitch is on the screen, which is UnFantasmaMas. Or also I'm gonna comment a cute kinda drinking a can of Pepsi. But anyways, thanks for having me on this marathon and see you everybody. Peace.